Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Trinity stitch. It's a really simple crochet stitch that just gives a nice texture and with like little clusters that stand out. And I'm going to be using it to make a coin purse on my blog. So if you're already on my blog, just keep reading below and you'll see the full pattern for that. Or if you're on YouTube, then check out the link below in the description. For the stitch, you're going to need a chain of any even number. So let's start with your slip knot, just like you normally do. Insert your hook. And even numbered chain, so let's go with 12. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there is my chain 12. So for the first stitch, you're going to be working a single crochet into the second space from the hook. So not this space, but into this space. Just work one normal single crochet. There. Now, to work your first Trinity stitch, insert your hook into the same stitch as your previous one, right here, and pull up a loop. Now insert into the next one and the one after to pull up 2 more loops. And single crochet all 3 of these together. So just yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. That is single crochet 3 together. And chain 1 to close that. And that's your first stitch. Okay, so for now, the next stitch is, you're always going to start in the same chain as the last one you ended in. And then pull up 3 loops total, or 4 loops total, including this one, and work 1 chain to close them. So let's do that again. Insert 1, 2, and 3. I can work them all together to single crochet 3 together. Pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. See how they form these little clusters? Let's work a few more to get to the end of the row. Okay, now for the last one. Single crochet these 3 together. 1, 2, and 3. Together. And chain 1. Now, for the last stitch, which you've already worked, you're going to make 1 more single crochet into that same space as that last one. And that is your first row done. Okay, let's move on to the second row. Chain 1, turn the work over, and single crochet into that top of that last single crochet from the other row. Not this chain that you did, you're going to leave the turning chain alone and work into the space. Okay. Now you're just going to be working more Trinity stitches across the top. So again, insert your hook into the same stitch and pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the top of this turning chain where you made the chain to close the loop to the top of the cluster and pull up a loop. And then into the next space. So again, you have 4 loops on your hook and you're going to pull through all 4 of them. And chain 1 to close. Now again, insert your hook into the space, into the top of the last stitch, and then into the next space. Single crochet these 3 together. And chain 1. Now just continue working that until the end of the row. When you get to the end, you do the same thing. This is going to be the last one. Okay. This is the turning chain from the previous row, but we're just going to ignore that. You don't need that. So work your last single crochet into the same space as your last Trinity, just like you did before. Chain, single crochet 1, then chain 1, and turn. Here's what it looks like after 2 rows. The design becomes more clear the more rows you work, so you can just continue working those 2 rows until you have a piece that's as long as you want it to be. But in each row, you're going to have the space, this little bump here, for where the turning row is. It's not an extra space, it's nothing that's not supposed to be there, it's just part of the design, it's just you need that for the turning. So let's start our next row. Here's our chain, our turning chain. We're going to make a single crochet into the first space, and then again going into the first space we're going to single crochet 3 together. 1, 2, which is the top of the chain of the Trinity stitch, and then 3 to the next space. Pull through all 4 loops and chain 1. Go again into the last one, into the chain, and into the third. Pull through all 4 loops. I'm going to work a few more rows of this off camera and then come back to show you what it looks like after you've done a few rows. After working a few rows, this is what I have. This is after 10 rows, so 10 rows and 12 chains that I started with. And you can tell that the texture of the Trinity stitch is much more pronounced now, and you can see the clusters more clearly. It's reversible and looks the same on both sides, which is great. You do notice some like little holes and like gaps in the work, which is from inserting your hook into the same space multiple times, and it just keeps that space open a little bit more, but it doesn't get in the way, and for a coin purse nothing is going to go through that anyways, so it doesn't really matter. These little bumps on the edges here, these little points, are from the turning chains, but there's really no way to get rid of them, at least none that I've found and have liked very much. But when I make my coin purse, this will go away from when I sew it together the way that I want. Other than that, here is the finished Trinity stitch. I hope you guys liked it.